The Dace Man Show, featuring Gibby, Frank Ward, Cheever, Tips, Sir Nicholas Andrew, Frank Klein, Chris Bompadre. This is Travis Goss welcoming you to the Dace-tacular basement in Daceford, New Jersey with your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace.
I drank the last time. Sunday?
What's up, Dace-tacular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I am your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, and joining me as always, Gibby.
Who would have thought the liquor store closes on a Sunday at 8 o'clock?
We were so fucking pissed.
It's
What?
better than Connecticut.
Wait, what happened?
He went to the liquor store.
I had to come here, and I didn't have beer, so I was like, all right, I'm going to stop at the liquor store. It was 8 o'clock, because I had to wait for the kids to
So
sleep.
what ended up happening?
I went sober.
Oh no, God, Gibby had to be
And the
sober.
computer is working the best it ever has. Trish is here,
Hi.
and Cheever.
So I was at a wedding, and I thought the what's her face bride was a stripper.
She was.
He told me that story when we went to go see, the fuck did we see?
That movie.
Yep.
That
Ones-
movie.
They kept throwing ones at the bride on the dance
What
floor.
movie?
Fuck.
I forget. It was the boys. The
Good boys.
Yeah, good
What
boys.
made you go see that?
Eric.
Super
Yeah,
bad.
Eric.
That makes sense.
We missed it.
So how's the computer holding
Cheever,
up?
Tim said hi, Cheever.
Hi Tim. I love you, buddy.
But the computer's running great. I mean, you played the Apex round, and
X-Pax.
it's running good right now.
I forgot to check. I wanted to see if there was a lag between the intro and cut into the actual camera.
It didn't look like it, and the stupid high CPU message didn't pop up in the middle of it. So that's a win right there in itself.
Very much so.
Throw the diamond cutter up. What the fuck did you just do? You did a heart.
There we go.
Anyway, how was your weekend?
Horrible. It's here all week.
I know.
Christ.
How about you? You went to was the wedding? No,
The wedding was the previous weekend. Well, I wasn't here last week, so we can say that.
Yeah, sure.
I was up in Connecticut.
You
I
got
got
married
there.
again.
I got there Saturday at 4 p.m. and across the street from the hotel is a liquor store. I go up to it. There's a cop standing in front. I go up to it. I go, "Is the parking free over there?" He goes, "Yes, sir." I go, "Thank you, officer." Pull the door open. It's locked. Fucking Connecticut.
Oh, yeah,
Damn you
Connecticut's a
Connecticut
weird
people.
zone.
Yeah, up until 2012, you couldn't buy any beer or liquor on a Sunday.
A lot of towns are like that.
Imagine going to an Eagles game, not realizing you don't have any beer, and going, "Shit, my
A lot of
state
towns
is
in North. A lot of towns.
backwards."
There's a lot of blue
Yeah.
laws. A lot of towns in North Jersey are like that, where a lot of stuff is closed on Sundays.
Well, yeah, Connecticut's just overall weird. Like, we were driving through some
Yeah.
town, honking at people, like, making fun of them. They're like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" And it's like, wow, these people have never seen anyone whiter.
They should be part of Canada, is what you're telling me.
But they're like a snobbish Canada. Like, oh, we got money, so fuck you.
Yeah.
It's that New England thing. Like, that's how they are up there. They're all friendly, old, like, retired people who don't understand sarcasm.
But it's weird, because, like, you've got the angry Jersey, you've got, like, this weird Connecticut where they're nice, and then you get into harsh Boston where they're like, "Hey, fuck you," with their harsh A's and all that
It's
bullshit.
because they have the worst road in the country.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, it takes an hour and a half to get from the airport to
It's not even that. Route 1 is, like, the most deadly road, and, like, one of the most deadly roads in the country.
That's in Philly, but good job. It's because they got Brady.
Hey,
Oh.
routes
Why would
are...
you be angry?
They can be fucking
Route
a
1
dick
is in
these
Philly,
days.
really? Because you know that
Route
those
1.
they can go
Yeah,
throughout the
St. Helena
country,
Ave is
right?
Route 1.
Never mind, just keep. it's
And that
fine.
is the most deadliest road in the United States of America.
And it is
Route 1.
in Massachusetts.
Okay.
It's in both.
I know, but the deadly, yeah.
I thought it
Anywho.
was in Delaware.
No, Delaware is just full of people, just like Maryland, that don't know how to use their fucking turn signals.
It's a bunch of Uncle Joe Biden's there.
I like it.
Every time,
Alright.
every time I go through Maryland, I want to just euthanize the whole damn state. Like, there's not a smart person in that fucking
That
state.
is the only state where I get traffic tickets.
But because they're
state?
stupid and nobody
Maryland.
uses their turn signals. Like, it blows my fucking mind.
Mine's Delaware.
But Delaware's just as bad. It's the same thing. Like it's just a smaller little shit version
That's
of
bad.
that.
Like, how long are you in Delaware to get caught?
Exactly.
We're going to
Rehoboth?
CMD or whatever. So
Oh,
you're in almost
you
the
drove
entire
through the
state.
whole Delaware. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went. See, whenever I drive through Delaware, I'm driving across into Maryland to go to
Yeah.
West Virginia. So like I'm stuck in Maryland for way longer than I ever want to be.
But yeah, Maryland's mine.
I hate Maryland with a fiery passion.
So the big news coming out of this weekend / end of last week was the D23 Expo.
We fixed the computer.
Well, that too. It's huge. You can see. Unfortunately, you can hear us and see us without glitches.
I mean, the camera doesn't look focused.
Yeah, that camera's we're real washed out.
Wiped it off. Like, I don't know what.
I think it's the autofocus.
No, the autofocus is fucked up. We're also massively washed out right now.
It's okay. I'm
I don't
pale
know.
as can be.
Yeah,
But I'm
exactly.
not, and
I'm
you
a
look.
ghost.
I look better this way.
But I'm not, and
They
look
can't
at
tell
how
fat I am.
look
in
at the
that
color
photo.
he's got versus what I've got.
You're on a, you're on a black background. You're sticking out with your purple shirt.
But anyway, yeah. So D3, go ahead, sir.
D23.
D23.
I mean, we thought about D3.
D3 is a great movie, even though Emilio Estevez is not the coach.
I was thinking Diablo 3.
Yeah, it's
but
exactly right. I went with it too. Yeah, Diablo 3. But go ahead.
Anyway, D23 is in the books, and they announced a lot of shit for their Disney Plus.
I thought it was interesting that they announced a lot of, like, that everything, actually, they saved some shit for D23. Like, I thought most of the shows and things, like the Marvel and the Star Wars, I wasn't expecting more from them like that.
I feel like they dipped into phase 5.
You think, with the shows?
Yeah, sorry. They didn't put any dates to them.
That's true. They just announced that they
The
were
only
coming.
date they put out was Black Panther 2, which will be in
Boo.
May of 2022.
Yeah.
I thought
Well-
didn't they also do
They released
Guardians?
footage. No.
No.
They released footage for Black Widow.
Boo.
And then they announced 3 more shows for Marvel, which was She-Hulk.
Ms. Marvel and Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Now the weird thing about Moon Knight is
I need to know what the fuck is that?
that is the role that people think Keanu Reeves is set to play.
Did they confirm him for Marvel yet?
They said if there was
They were
any role
talking.
that he would fit in, it'd be Moon Knight. From
Okay.
all the stuff I was reading, isn't Moon Knight essentially like their Batman?
No, I thought Moon Knight had powers. That's what Mikey was saying. Mikey said Moon Knight was weird.
He'd be a good Batman.
Well, that's why I think they were considering him for Moon Knight. He's very characteristically like Batman. He might have powers. I don't know much about Moon Knight.
Mikey told me
Yeah, they
from
can't speak.
what Mikey told me. We all thought
It's needed.
Kit Harington was going to be Moon Knight because at the same time they announced Moon Knight, they said that Kit Harington was joining MCU, but now he's in Eternals.
Yeah, he's Black Knight in the Eternals, which if you look at the cartoon, like they put a side by side, he's essentially Jon Snow again.
Oh, really?
They typecasted
I
him.
don't want
Oh,
it.
man.
I don't want it.
And
That's terrible.
In theory, Black Knight does become an Avenger. In 1985, he joined the Avengers and hung around for about 10 years.
Just
Also,
10 though. Just 10.
got married to Cersei of the Eternals.
Lannister?
No, but I thought it was funny that it was still Cersei.
Oh, shit. No, but I was a little, I don't know. I don't know anything about, like, Mikey, from what he told me, I think he said Moon Knight does have powers. He's a very weird character. He said that it does lead up to, God damn it. Give me
He
1
shags
second.
a lot at night.
What do you use?
Moon Knight.
He only comes out when it's a full moon.
That's right. All ladies beware.
So something else that came out of D23
I'm finding out what Moon Knight was important for.
is the preview for the next Star Wars movie. With the
Oh,
dual
How'd
lightsabers
you-
snapping into one Darth Maul.
He lost his shit. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Go ahead,
Go,
Gibby,
please.
because while I find out what
Enlighten me.
Moon Knight does, I want to hear how you feel
So-
about Rey.
So,
Or
It wasn't
Rye.
even like 5 minutes after he saw it, and my fucking messenger was just blown the fuck out.
All right, lay it on us. Lay it on us, buddy.
I'm saying she's gonna be another fucking Mary Sue. So she's never gonna see a dual lightsaber before, and immediately gonna know how to master that fucking ancient weapon. Like that, guaranteed. No training, no nothing.
I mean, she kind of did in the first movie.
She did in every fucking one. Why not? She's just gonna be a god. Let's just all stop fucking
It's the
bend over.
mitochondrion in her
Bow.
blood
Let's
cells.
bow. Let's bow, motherfucker.
Gibby, is
Jesus
the mitochondrian in her blood
No,
cells? It's
no,
just
no,
too
no,
potent.
Shut up.
No,
It gets
no,
even
he's
worse.
using the wrong word. Midichlorian.
Yeah.
He's using a plant thing.
And the other thing is, now she has the ability now to throw her lightsaber and then have the Force wing it around and bring it back. What?
So here's the things we don't know. We don't know the time jump. We assume there's a time jump.
She looks
We
exactly
also
the same.
don't know if that's a
She
legitimate
looks
thing
exactly
that's
the
going.
same. Princess Leia,
wait.
Leia looked exactly the same.
Because it's physical. Leia's CGI.
We also.
That's what I'm saying. But if they wanted, like, Leia, if anything, should have gotten older. She didn't, so therefore it cannot be that much of a time jump.
We don't know though. We don't know if the whole thing's a time jump, or if like you start off with like immediately after Last Jedi and then do a time jump in the middle. Because the Avengers did that. Endgame started off, did
True.
like 20 minutes, or what was it 23 days after Thanos' snap, and then jumped 5 years ahead.
But the other thing I was gonna say was, is how do we also know that that's a legitimate thing that's actually gonna happen? How do we not know it's not pointing us in the wrong direction? How do we not know it could be something like as weird as like a dream sequence or something like that? You know what I mean?
It's Disney.
But that's what. There's so many things it could be.
I think it's the dream sequence because Luke had that trial on Dagobah.
My only problem with that is, where would she have ever seen a dual-sided lightsaber?
That snaps like that. That's my issue.
But how do we know it's her dream?
What about that stupid one Kylo uses?
Yeah. Well, how do we know it's her? But how do we know it's?
Stupid.
How do we
Well,
know
it's
it's a dream
stupid,
for
I
her?
give you
How do we
that,
know it's not a
but-
prophecy? How do we know it's not a vision? Like how? There's no
I'm
proof that
just
that's an
saying
actual thing.
Luke's was he only envisioned what he already knew / feared. You can't just all of a sudden out of the fucking blue. I understand she
Maybe
fears that
she fears that.
she's fearing that she's gonna be on the dark side, which I understand. But you don't give her a fucking dual-sided lightsaber like that you've never seen before. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's for all the fangirls out there.
Yeah, I know.
That's what that
It was
is.
fucking sweet though.
Right?
But I'm still fucking pissed off. Like, it would have made way more of an impact if Kylo Ren had that. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But how do we know he won't? Like there's so much shit that's gonna go into that. Like that, there's so many what ifs with that. It's impossible to know
I mean, I
because
hate
it was
to
way
say-
too short of a fucking scene.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say. I mean,
Holy
in
shit,
theory,
he just
in my
agreed with me.
mind, she should turn to the dark side. Solo should turn to the good side because he's technically the last Skywalker. You cannot end the series
You
with
don't know
the
what she is.
Skywalker
The
being
rise,
dead.
the rise of
True.
Skywalkers.
But do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I completely
in
understand.
theory. But I don't think they're gonna do it because Mary Sue can't go bad.
No, she is. They hinted at it in the second one. They hinted at it hardcore.
I'm
Not gonna
shocked
happen.
that you're all up in arms about that vision, but I'm pretty sure it's vision. And not C-3PO's eyes.
Actually, to be honest, I didn't see the entire trailer. I just know about it.
But I don't.
So.
That to me, the whole thing is because it fucked up so much. Because I agree, I think it's a dream sequence too. But I just think it's fucked up,
Oh, it
completely
is.
fucked up.
Dude,
They don't understand how fucking Star Wars works.
didn't you hear Vader's asthma again?
Yeah, I did. I didn't understand that.
Like, it
That
really
confused
feels like
me.
they went, holy shit, we fucked up so bad, we need to go so far back.
The only problem is the reason I'll go see it is because Palpatine keeps showing up, or he's not showing
Laugh.
up, but his fucking. Well, I think he's the main narrator of it, isn't he as well?
Yes. He was doing the narration for that trailer.
I mean,
And it
fuck
would
you,
make sense.
Disney. You know how to get your damn money from
It's
us.
Marvel? I think it's DC.
Disney.
It does
Yeah.
make sense to have Palpatine because he then therefore would be connected throughout the entire trilogy, throughout all three trilogies.
He created Anakin.
He created the Skywalkers. He
did.
created the empire that would be the Skywalkers.
Found out some information about Moon Knight. He
Okay.
is MCU's slight version of Batman.
Called it.
I think there is some powers in there because he also could be leading the MCU into X-Men.
He's like a hybrid mutant.
I don't know, but I know from what I'm reading, like just like the little things I've been picking up, he has stuff to do with X-Men and Eternals and all that other shit.
Makes sense.
So he will probably help lead into the whole mutant thing and all the X-Men coming in.
Phase 5.
Phase 5. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So from what,
Well, the
yeah.
one that like out of those three, I know we're gonna be bouncing around a lot tonight, and we apologize because we're gonna end up getting back to Star Wars again too.
I
because there
still
was
want to go
more.
back.
Well, we'll go back to it in just a sec. Because in theory, we did start with the 3 new Disney Plus series from Marvel. The Ms. Marvel, which is Kamala Khan. She gets her powers by interacting with Carol Danvers. So does that mean Brie Larson's gonna be doing a one-off like cameo appearance in this series? Because otherwise, they're just gonna be like, well, she got her powers from like eating too many rubber bands.
So
The space stone.
So from what they were saying for Moon Knight, he was a normal person, like regular, everything like that.
Then he went through Terra Genesis.
Mercenary, like he has a lot of like boxing and like jiu-jitsu and like karate training. It also has something to do with Taskmaster.
He does look like his design is very close to Taskmaster.
Yes, it says
which could be explained in...
But it says Spectre gained his superhuman powers as a result of a visitation by an Egyptian moon god, so he was granted powers. So I don't know how much he's going to be a mutant or necessarily, but who fucking knows at this point? It's interesting that they're really diving into a lot of these unknown characters.
The moon god.
Yes.
Came
I
from
just
the
think it was
sky.
interesting
Just
that
saying.
This was the one that they
Full
thought Keanu
circle.
Reeves was going to play. So that means now you're getting a series with Keanu Reeves in it?
Well, but we don't know if he's actually
Nice.
going to be in it because didn't they just confirm Matrix 4?
It's true.
And there's still another John Wick coming.
That news got fucking drowned out by Spider-Man.
You're not
that
wrong.
That happened the same fucking
You're
day.
not wrong, but
And
they
we spent most of that episode talking about Spider-Man.
but they confirmed Matrix 4. There's still more John Wick coming. There's also the prequel to John Wick coming,
But-
which is an entire show.
He's also the white Sam Jackson. So he might do it all.
You're not wrong.
Because he just doesn't seem to not stop working.
But I just meant there's so much coming up with him in the meantime because you like I said you've got Matrix 4. That's gonna be a big one. Like honestly, because I don't think anybody was really ever expecting that. Like
It'll be interesting because he's
The way
dead.
the way
that's what I'm saying. But they confirmed him.
I thought he stopped
Him
the thing.
and the girl died.
And they
The only one
when
that
they
was
raised
still
him
alive-
up.
Yeah, the only one that was still alive was Morpheus, and he hasn't signed on yet.
So, but they did confirm Keanu Reeves. There's absolutely another John Wick coming. There's also a prequel series coming for John Wick, which we don't know if he's actually going to be a part of or not, because it is about the Continental and how all those hotels and things got set up now that we know that there's more than one.
It could be like the Kingsmen. The Kingsmen are going back and like skipping
Which
the
still
whole
looks
exit shit.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see it, but it could be, we don't know what's going to go on with the Continental and how far back they are going to go, whether or not John Wick will be a part of that or if it will just be
Well,
a
if he's
big
dead in the
setup.
Matrix, he might not. He might only have like a small cameo.
No, they
No,
just signed
he
him
died
on.
in real life. In like you know how there's the Matrix and then there's the
Yeah.
them? He died outside of it. But they led the story with the both of them
beer.
signed back on.
Yeah. So
Unless they Terminator the shit and go like, oh well, that movie didn't matter.
so it's going to be interesting to see.
I thought at the end he was still alive. I thought the girl died because she crashed the ship or whatever.
It was alluded to that he died because
But-
he like passes out on top.
But it's
You
not.
assumed he was alive.
I'm
I
assuming he's
assumed
alive.
dead.
Yeah.
Now, did they announce anyone else besides Kamala or whoever
Your mom.
and
For-
Kit Harington? Well, in general, because they
They didn't announce
they
any,
fucking announced She-Hulk.
Yeah, but they didn't announce anyone who's starring in those. The only one, the casting thing we got was Kit joining the Eternals.
I'm so pissed about that. I don't know why. I'm just not excited for that movie.
I'm a little intrigued because apparently I feel like this is going to be the foundation for the next Avengers film.
I'm
And
sure
we're
it
just
is.
We're not seeing the big picture right now,
But
and that's
I
what's
hate-
driving us nuts.
I hate Angelina Jolie.
I don't think she'll make it to the Avengers movies.
I hope not. I hate her.
Um,
She's not a good actress, and she's just obnoxious, and I don't want anything
well,
to do with her.
by putting Kit Harington in that role, he could be a franchise player going forward.
He's going to be looking forward to make as most money as possible.
Yeah, because I mean, the times he stepped away and tried to make movies, they all bombed.
But those weren't necessarily his fault. Like, Silent Hill was fucking shit on his own. Like, that was not
Yeah.
shit because of him. That
But-
was because it
Is that
was
Jon
shit.
Snow?
Pompeii, yeah.
Thank you.
Pompeii, that was set up for failure to begin with.
I like it because I just like disaster movies, but that's all it really
But
was.
I mean, he was like, I mean, he had the voice acting that he did for a couple, like for
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon. He was fine in that. So it all depends. Like, they haven't really given him a lot of stuff to work with.
Which I think by working with Marvel, he probably won't get much now. He's just been pigeonholed into sci-fi. He might end up in Star Wars down the line.
I mean, Amelia Clark, whatever her face is.
She's
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, he could.
So
But who would he play in the Star Wars universe?
Oh, God, he
go
would.
Old Republic.
Okay.
He could have played Solo.
Nah.
No, he looks nothing like Harrison Ford.
You
I
believe
would've-
James Franco was up for that? Not James Franco. Dave Franco was up for that role?
Really?
Yeah.
He's-
It came down to him, the dude they chose, and somebody else. He kind of has the look if he doesn't fucking laugh the whole time. The moment he laughs, it's like, all right, you've removed me from the element.
I think he could have done it. Just, all you had to do is he had to dye his hair brown.
Dave Franco or Kit?
Kid.
Kit's hair
Jon
is already
Snow.
brown.
Okay.
I thought it was black.
You can't really. It's dark. It's dark enough. He'd be fine.
It's black.
But Han Solo's pretty much.
And it only looks
brown.
black. It's not that black. If you see him in person, it's actually brown. It's just it looks darker because of like the way they have everything.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
needs to
think
be
they
brown.
casted a bad Solo.
No, I don't think so either.
But
Well,
I don't think anyone was going to win considering everybody wanted Harrison
Yeah.
Ford.
I didn't think his acting was that
Oh,
great,
no.
but I didn't think it was. I mean, I don't think it was bad. I actually enjoyed the movie.
There was no young actor that
I
would have had that swagger.
I just had to
And finger
not
pointing
watch it
ability.
immediately after fucking the fuck fest that was The Last Jedi.
So
How do you really feel
So
about
you still
that?
have more anger
Horrible.
towards the 30-second teaser that we got?
Yes.
Because only like 30
Irritating.
seconds of that was new material.
I
The rest
know.
was just clips from the old shit.
That actually looked really good. The
Clips from
shit,
the old
yeah,
shit?
that
Oh, I
looked
really like the
really
old
good,
stuff. I'm glad they should just stuck with the old stuff.
I mean, it looked like they remastered it all and shit. Like it
There's
looked
supposed to be another
really.
Blu-ray release this
It
September.
looked really good.
And the hope
I'll
is,
buy it.
well,
Unfortunately.
the hope is, since they own 20th Century Fox now,
Yeah.
you're going to get the original cut of the first three.
Ooh.
Not all that stupid Lucas, I want to put in more Ewoks or whatever the fuck he did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Replace the blasters with cell phones.
Exactly.
So here's my question for you: since you don't really know anything about Moon Knight, what's the deal with Miss Marvel? Like, what?
I heard she's gonna die.
She's a Muslim out of New Jersey, and she essentially has the powers of Mr. Fantastic. She stretches. And she's a teenager. But she gets it from exposure to Carol, I think. It's the same exposure that Carol had. She got. I don't know if she got it
So
from
why
Carol.
does she stretch if Carol's like a fucking atomic bomb?
It must not have been full
Does she have the
exposure.
whole?
Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
fucking
Does she have the whole
ridiculous.
Jabab thing on or whatever it is?
No, it doesn't go
Hijab.
that route.
Oh my
No.
god. Oh my
Whatever.
god.
It was their answer. It's going to sound bad, but it was Marvel's answer to being a very white comic book company.
Diversity.
She came out. Miles Morales became Spider-Man around the same time, and then they had, I think, like an Asian Nova.
Now, how do we feel about Hulk? The She-Hulk thing.
Horrible.
As
Do you
long
think-
as Hulk smashes.
But do
Right.
we think Ruffalo's gonna have anything to do with it?
I'm just kind of
Probably.
curious.
But
How are they gonna do the moves? That's all I wonder.
I don't. It depends on.
What? I'm just curious.
Anywho,
I
keep
don't
going.
think they're going to go into an agency
I mean,
smash.
You get
'cause
big
that's
muscles.
essentially where those two interact. But
But do you think they're gonna go about and do what Nick?
I've never seen a good story with just her. Have you?
Nope.
So, because she's either she's usually with Spider Girl. What the fuck's her name?
Spider-Girl.
Spider Woman,
Spider
which is not anything related to the Spider-Man comics. It was just like
And good luck going that route with
Yeah,
the
which
shit
has
that
happened.
Disney, with that shit that Disney pulled.
so. It's like I
Who's
don't
that
know.
fault?
I don't
No
think
one knows.
I don't think She-Hulk can actually pull an entire series by herself.
No.
To me, because it's just
She might be able to do like a standalone movie or two. Or
No.
wait, is it a series?
it's
I thought
a
it was a
series.
movie.
It's a Disney Plus series.
Yeah, TV show.
Because essentially,
I thought it was like a short thing where it was like a couple, like 3 or 4.
It's probably 12 episodes.
Oh, I was thinking like a mini movie or whatever. Go on. I'm sorry.
Well,
short.
they haven't
Sort of
said
like
how many episodes.
30-minute like episode.
No, I mean I was thinking more in the line of like The Purge had their thingy.
Well, they're coming out again this fall.
Oh,
God damn it.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, if you strip away the gamma radiation of She-Hulk,
Yeah.
she's Jessica Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's essentially the same character. She's not a PI.
So she doesn't Hulk out, like.
She has that super strength, but she keeps the.
Does
She
she
doesn't
turn-
look like Hulk.
does
She
she
looks
turn
like
green?
a woman still.
She
Yeah,
turn
she
green?
turns green.
Does she become big?
No, not really. She maybe gets like. She looks like
They had to keep the feminism, all right?
They
God.
The woman.
Hashtag me too.
They do. Well, that was just way before that. This is when they had to be like, oh, what if Hulk was hot? That was what somebody did, and that's how you got this.
So when she hulks out, does her clothes like rip apart?
Do you remember the? No,
These are the questions that need to be answered.
it's that spandex that just gets tight around the right areas.
Ah.
But you remember the WWF wrestler Chyna?
No.
Yes.
She looks like that.
Old school China.
Old school Chyna.
Oh,
Like when
Jesus.
Chyna first debuted.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's essentially like the size of She-Hulk. Maybe a little bit taller. I'm sure if you saw Chyna, you know she did porn.
Then maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But I would only recognize her by her lower half.
And
Yeah.
she actually did an Avengers porn where she was She-Hulk. So if she didn't pass away, she might have been a shoo-in. See?
I don't know what that is, but okay.
That's
That's
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Oh, it's green. It's not green enough. Sorry.
But it just, to me, the character doesn't have much. Actually, all three of them are going to be tough to push a series through.
There'll probably be limited series.
Do you think
Because-
this is because they lost?
Spidey?
No, Jessica Jones,
Could be.
the Kung Fu guy.
Iron Fist. Luke Cage.
Daredevil, Luke Cage, all those.
Good possibility.
So they just kind of had to like pull out of repertoire fucking other characters.
These could be fillers until they get them back. Because their series run till 2021.
But like we said, we also have no idea where they're going with Phase 4 and Phase 5. There's still so much up in the air, and there's no clear path. We have no idea what they could be leaning towards right now. So this could be like a distraction plan for us to just keep us keep us like happy.
Spider-Man fucked up Phase 4.
Probably. It really feels like they're going to do Avengers.
I still feel like that they're going to pull this out of their ass somehow.
So that's what I thought, and I thought Spider-Man was going to be like the lead, basically, because
he's
the only one really from the original.
I think they're still going to pull it out. I think eventually, they're going to let all this. They're going to go back into it before that, because they're going to see what's going on, and something's going to happen, and one of them is going to give.
Well, the interesting note is that came out of those meetings was that at least the takeaway I got was Kevin Feige's not involved. They didn't say he's out of the MCU. They just didn't broke. They were just like, he's not getting the producer credit. So it sounds like they want to still be a part of it, just not with his influence.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like this, all of the reaction and everything, I think they wanted to get past D23. Disney had to focus on this whole big thing. I think they're going to go back to it, and they're going to figure it out.
D23 probably sparked a lot of conversation because they probably said, hey, we want to announce something. What are we doing? And then it was just like, well, we want 50%. And I went, fuck that. And then that cut that negotiation.
That was more Disney.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I feel like they saw what was going on. They see what's actually happening right now. They see the uproar that's coming about of it. And I think eventually that they wanted to get past D23, and they're going to go back to Sony, and they're going to be like, look, we need to figure this out.
Well, yeah, I really think, like, you're pointing to it. It's they quickly, it was a quick negotiation of, like, this movie's not even out in theaters. You didn't do your Blu-ray release yet. Are we continuing?
Yeah.
And they went, Sony kind of went, okay, what are you thinking? And they went, oh, let's do 50-50. And they probably went, no. So it was a quick negotiation, and then they just let it leave.
I don't think it's done, is what I'm saying. I definitely think they're coming back to this. I think they're just leaving us all hanging, because there was never any actual statements from Disney or Sony.
Man, blood, not happening.
Feige did a statement.
But does Feige represent both of them?
Marvel.
Barely, but
he's the head of Marvel.
Is he? I don't know.
Yeah, he's the head of the MCU universe.
I thought he was just that. But what did he say?
He's Thanos.
He said it was unfortunate.
He just snapped Spider-Man out.
But there's other things in the pipeline to be happy.
Which is why, but I still feel like that they're going to come back to it.
Tom Holland was dodgy at the question.
Yeah.
I really think it was just a quick, like,
Ready?
Hey, they called him and
Ready? What's a better PR stunt going into D23 than saying that there's competition between two rival companies?
Yeah.
To spark a conversation. What better free PR did Disney just get?
Yeah. Well, not the
don't your aluminum foil hats people.
I don't think he's. I don't think he's necessarily wrong either. I don't think this is done. I think that they're gonna see all of the uproar that's happening, and one of them is gonna come back and be like, okay, let's figure this out, because this is clearly not gonna work.
Someone went. This is the original negotiations. You want to LOL and leak it? See what everyone says.
I also don't
like this is the original transcript. Let's see what people say.
I also don't see them having started shooting for the new Spider-Man until late next 2020, 21.
That's what I said. We have
23.
That's my Spider-Man debut. But
yeah,
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think the negotiations are done.
Out, man.
Because everyone thought that the Comcast deal kept getting fucked up, or not Comcast. Everyone thought the Fox deal was done, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then it wasn't.
It took a whole year, yeah.
These things take a lot longer than people realize, so I don't think these negotiations are over.
You've seen Spider-Man in the last Marvel movie.
I don't think so.
He's never coming back.
He'll be in a Venom movie, though.
I don't, because
as a side character.
It could just be a stunt to get him in Venom without having to do with what Marvel wants to do with him.
But I think that if
all right, we fucked that up, so can you come back, Daddy?
Or I think they're gonna.
I think it depends, because if it does well,
Morbius.
They say fuck you Disney, and it fits.
Morbius.
Does bad, they go back.
Or they're gonna go about the route that they did with Fox, where they're gonna cut Spider-Man off at the head to try to push Sony to not want his shit anymore.
Morbius is going to kill this.
The only problem.
Jared Leto will be the death of Sony.
The only problem is
Sony Pictures was going to go into bankruptcy before Spider-Man, weren't they?
They almost have to reboot Spider-Man.
No!
But they kind of do, because everything is Tony Stark's tech.
Oh, I thought you meant Marvel was going to... Yeah, no. Sony will have to reboot it.
All his motivation is based on what happened in Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he,
which is
started
why I'm saying... all of the fucking shit
It's
that
a
has come out.
reboot.
That's what I'm saying. Let me finish. All of the shit that come out of this is the fact that fans are saying they don't want another reboot. They don't want to see Uncle Ben die again. They don't want to see this. They don't want to see that.
I know.
Anyways,
Why would you not want to see him get fucked up
Better
again?
yet, why
Anyways.
would you just not release a Spider-Man movie for 10 years and then relaunch the series?
no.
Right.
But what I'm saying
just
is
do fucking goddamn Star Wars. Fuck you.
You're
None of
welcome.
Fuck you.
Name the place and time.
none of the fans want to see a reboot, and if Sony doesn't see that, then if they reboot it, it's gonna fail. Absolutely. If they reboot it without Marvel, it's gonna fail.
I mean,
I,
the
don't
only.
know, I think people will still go.
It'll go, but it won't do what
Oh,
it
yeah.
won't do what this series did.
I think people are gonna be disappointed. I mean, I keep saying I'm not gonna like Aquaman made money, and that movie to me sucked.
I thought it was one of the best DC ones.
Really?
Bar is so fucking low.
Only thing that might have been better was Wonder Woman.
Again, bar is
Wonder
so
Woman.
fucking low.
I'm really excited to see the new Joker movie. I think that's gonna set
The
new
Joaquin Phoenix one.
Yes, I believe that's gonna set the new expectation for DC movies.
It got rated R, so it'll be interesting. It'll be
But
interesting.
that's the
Is
problem.
Wonder Woman the one with the lasso?
They keep succeeding to these
I was gonna
dark
say
ass
that's the one I
movies,
like better.
But they refuse to do it for the DCU.
and then you try to apply that to a character that's not dark. Oh, let's make Superman dark because that worked for Batman. No, Superman's supposed to be the fucking opposite of Batman.
It's true.
DC, you suck. Get your shit together. But I thought, speaking of DC,
DC.
they're actually bringing the director of Thor is in talks to joining the Suicide
The
Squad.
Takiti to do
Watiti or
whatever that
fuck.
fuck his name is.
Isn't what's his face?
James Gunn is
Yeah, it's still in
directing
it. Yeah.
I was gonna say
That's a-
DC's got a much better TV series going on than.
DC's
Yes.
always had better TV series than anything else.
Well,
They did.
they had.
The
Like,
theory
you
behind that
could-
is you
alright,
make an episode of a
no.
comic book.
Here it is,
That's
guys.
all you really have to do.
Here it is. So now we're gonna argue who's got the better one then. Disney's Marvel series on Netflix. I guess is really the only ones they have.
Well, you can
No,
you,
no,
you, you,
no,
can
no,
throw
no.
in you can throw
I
in
wasn't-
Netflix.
I
Agents
was-
of Shield. You're right. You have
So
a couple. In
I
prime
wasn't
time
saying that
or-
DC's shows were better than Marvel's. I was saying of DC's film, their shows have been better than their movies. Is what I meant.
Well, I'm bringing it in right now. Who makes the better ones? Go.
Probably show wise.
Yeah.
Show wise, I do like at first I like the DC ones more, but they have fallen off as of lately. Because I
There's
loved.
a perfect line from The Dark Knight. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
But that's what it is
And
because
all other DC
yeah.
shows have lived long
because
enough to become the villain.
because they started out great, all of them, Arrow, Flash, but
Yeah.
they're falling off
Yeah.
because they just won't
Except for
kill it.
Legends of Tomorrow.
That's just so ridiculous, though.
But what's his face? What's his face is leaving.
Yeah.
Brandon Ruth is leaving. Like, what the fuck? It's not the original cast anymore. How can it be called Legends of Tomorrow when the Legends aren't a part of the Wave Rider?
It's just like goddamn Avengers. They can just swap them bitches. Plug and play. Plug and play.
They actually did backstory to the ones they bring in. This is just, hey, do you remember that extra from season 4? He's a main star now.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But I think overall Marvel probably has better shows. They're
Really?
more
Especially
detail.
The
At the end of-
Netflix Marvel shows.
At the end of the day, because at the end of
I feel like the only reason you say that is because they tie into the movie.
no, overall
Not
he's
really.
right. No, overall he's right because they did not like trench as much as the DC shows have.
You can only watch The Flash fight so many speedsters before it's boring.
Well,
That's
we'll
what-
get
that's
on
what I mean.
that one.
They
the Flash
those-
one. That's I think that one.
The
yeah,
DC
yeah.
shows just hit such
Arrow, I
like
didn't
a
think it was that bad.
like a fucking like hole. Like that's the problem. Overall, like Marvel shows have kind of just been like meh, whereas DC was like. Whoop.
Arrow, he had the same internal conflict for 8 years.
Yo, man, he's a guy
he
with
never
problems.
resolved- Yeah,
with
like,
money.
Guy with
With
problems.
money.
Let me think. Batman.
Yeah. But you had Gotham airing across the way on
Gotham
Fox.
was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
It has a lot of continuity issues
That one
with
kind of
ages and shit.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
because Gotham wasn't actually Batman yet. There was no Batman in it except for like the
They
very
did-
end, right?
They also didn't plan Gotham to run for as long as it was
Yeah, I
signed
gonna
off
say,
for.
yeah, that's the
It
thing.
felt like that was going to get canceled after one season.
Yeah.
No, I
They
would
were just
say
like-
after like 3 or 4, and then that's when I think really ran out of steam.
Yeah.
But it was good. I thought
I enjoyed 'em.
Flash. I only watched like probably the first like 4 or 5 seasons, and I was like,
I'm-
That's
really
all
dumb.
this season.
I'm currently
No,
on
there's way more than that, isn't
the
there?
7th season of Arrow, and I am
Maybe 2 or 3, I don't know.
struggling to get through it. I can only watch like an episode or 2 at a time because it's just. And I used to love the show. It was the first DC thing that I really got interested in. It's just killing me.
The only thing that Arrow did better than the Flash is occasionally they would get a villain that wasn't a fucking archer, but they still had a shit ton of archers that were their villains. It's like he fought other fucking people. He doesn't have to always fight somebody with a bow and arrow
Or a sharpshooter.
or a sharpshooter. And then they teased that Suicide Squad a little bit in Arrow,
Yeah.
and then just completely not doing
Nope.
that anymore.
Well, that's
Well,
because when they teased it, that was when the movie came out. So they fucked it all up because there was too much going on. And now they have the second Suicide. Do they have a second one or a new one or what was going on with that?
A new Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
They're
so-
doing a new one
so
because they were
sorry,
supposed to do
I
it
thought
too,
this
but then
needs our
Will Smith was like, "Nah, fuck this."
They're just not having Deadshot in that group. They didn't recast him. Idris Elba's playing a different character, which you can do because you just go through your stockpile of prisoners and go, all right, you're on the squad now.
Which DC is known for.
Yeah. And you know what? You can actually write off Deadshot because he reformed himself. So there's a story there where you can say, I don't want to put him back in the
So they're going to go the DC TV route where they just do a quick one-liner
Probably.
to mention, oh, by the way, did you see he's running a church now? And just never bring it up ever again.
Yeah. Oh, and I fucking hate when things do that. Like, this is completely derailing, but it gets to the shitty writing. I was watching a really
We're on
old episode
rails.
of WWE.
Yeah.
And it's when they brought the NWO back, and Vince just goes, I killed the NWO, they are no longer a thing. And then he just moved on and went, you just wrote that whole thing off with a fucking one single sentence dialogue after about a year worth of building.
But that's Vince McMahon, though.
Oh, yeah. Apparently there's problems tonight where he read the SmackDown script in the afternoon, tore the shit out of it, and made him restart the whole show again. 4 hours before air. Man is like all senile.
And to think that show is going to go on Fox with a special agenda.
The worst part is, he isn't even there. He's focusing on the XFL launch.
Yeah.
So he left Eric Bischoff and Triple H in charge, but still called in and said, this is shit, and made him redo everything.
XFL. XFL.
Home of Andrew Luck.
Which is, that's going to
Oh,
premiere
God.
what, 2021?
No, 2020.
The fall of 2020.
As soon as Super Bowl's over,
Yes,
next
yeah.
Sunday.
Really?
Yep.
What teams have been announced?
There's 8 teams.
Yeah,
I can't remember all the cities.
I don't remember all of them.
DC's one of them. That's the closest one.
Are we going to opening day?
I will go to an opening next
All
NFL
right.
game.
All right, we're going to opening day. Well, and we can broadcast it live.
Oh, yeah.
We can probably convince him to give us press passes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nobody's here, Vince. Just let us in.
Yeah, exactly. We'll bring our cameras. We'll use our hotspot. Uncle Carl will pay for it.
There's probably buddies with them.
Exactly.
They hang out in the same billionaire club. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that, like, to allude to your point of a single sentence dialogue of just, oh yeah, Deadshot's raising his kid.
And the DC shows do that more than the Marvel shows.
Oh, for sure.
Marvel shows, they'll go, oh, right, we'll focus on this for like half an episode, and then never bring it up ever again.
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a good send-off of Bobby and
I'll pretend I know who that is.
Mockingbird. And
I'll still pretend I know who that is.
who the fuck was the other guy? The guy I actually liked.
The guy that blew up half the Earth and they did the time jump?
No, he was the Australian guy or something.
Okay.
But they wrote him off as they were burned. But they did a
Really?
whole episode of
Yeah.
why they were burned.
Well, I think it was a couple episodes, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But they actually gave them, because they were supposed to do a spin-off, which
And then they
did
came-
not get greenlit.
And then they came back for like an episode or two to save Shield. And then
He
it
did.
disappeared.
She's on the Orville now. So she went
Oh, fuck you, CBS All Access.
Is that what it's on?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was moving to
Shut up.
Hulu.
Stop
It's
it.
moving to Hulu.
No, it's going to CBS All Access. They're the one that owns it.
You sure? I thought it said it was going to be on Hulu.
I'm just going to snap my fucking neck right now.
I mean, you can.
I mean, we can always bring up to what happened last night if you really want to snap your neck.
They got so much shit. It just pisses me off. Like, it's getting to the point where I kind of need to buy CBS All Access because it's got
the
too much
Orville
shit
to
on it.
move from Fox to Hulu.
Which is now owned by Disney.
Disney. Yeah, fuck you, Disney.
Yeah, it's moving to Hulu in late 2020.
Speaking of the streaming service, did you see the thing that also happened with D23 for Disney Plus?
Yeah, I told you to go fuck yourself.
So it's if you buy 2 years of it up front, you get one free.
Oh.
So if you paid $25,
Sold.
you would get 3 years of it because it's
That's
only
it?
or $12.99 a month. I'm sorry, I'm thinking a year. 12. So if you paid for the
That's like Nintendo Switch Online.
if you paid for 2 years up front, you got the third one free.
That's a risky move. No.
But why?
No. That's a
covers-
snatch and grab. That's a snatch
But
and
why?
grab.
But why do you
Covers
think?
through the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, it does because at the end.
What if Disney Plus flops?
I don't
But
even
this is
know.
their, and it's not gonna.
What if it flops?
Unless
You
it goes
paid
to the
for
same
2
providers.
years,
Listen,
and it flops after
But you
one.
have
I
to,
got a
you have
kid.
to.
I got a
No,
purchase
that's
kid.
exactly what I was about to say.
Got
You have to
purchase
think about the
kids.
fact that it's not just Marvel and Star Wars that's going on there. Their entire video collection is going on there. For the children of this world alone, that shit is not gonna flop.
For free.
Well-
I can download any movie
But
I
parents
want.
aren't going to. They're gonna
What's
have
your-
something easy.
I'm a
to-
parent, and that's what I'm doing
Yeah,
with my
most-
kid now.
Well, what's your definition of flop? Do
It
you think
completely
they're not
dissolves.
gonna, I don't think they're going to make money.
It's going to completely dissolve within 1 year.
Because
No.
all these series
Nope.
they're announcing,
I don't.
that's their production.
Or the price is going to rise.
No.
I feel like it's
I-
either
Either
way.
way,
They've already
it's,
said-
it's a way
Nope.
it's a way to entrap you.
They have already announced that price is not gonna rise for at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
They've locked that price.
I've heard companies say that before.
Thank
That's
you.
No,
why
it's-
I'm leaving it.
Completely agree with
Companies
them on
will
that one.
always try to find a way
It's
to
gonna
entrap you.
raise.
Look at gym memberships.
It will raise, but they've already stated that it will not raise till a certain time frame. But
Movie pass.
at the end of the day, I'm telling you,
It's
they're
gonna
not. That is not going to flop for the movie streaming alone. Because you might be a nerd who can stream, who can download that shit. But like 75% of the population can't fucking do that the way you can.
It's called Google how to torrent movies.
But parents don't
fucking
do that. They
streaming
don't think about that. You can't really
So-
torrent on an iPad for a kid in a car ride.
There you go.
You
Anyway.
shut up. But you can. But but like a regular parent who's not a nerd like
Pirates
us
Bay,
can't.
motherfucker.
Well,
called
you
adapt.
also run into the same problem is it's an oversaturated market right now.
I almost. Well,
And you can put anything on for a kid and they'll watch it.
again.
Like if you have Xfinity, right? You get Cartoon Network and Disney XD for free on Amazon Prime because you have an Xfinity account. You can set that up and run with it.
But
So you don't
I
have
put
to flip
Disney on. He doesn't watch you anyway. He's a fucking
Right.
problem child.
That's the other issue to the argument.
but
fucking
You
Kids
can
problem.
don't care what you put
Yeah,
on.
I can put fucking, you know, fucking
but like
two
Gibby said,
lesbians having
he is
sex
a,
on the screen.
he's
has
a
no
parent.
fucking idea
He,
what's
for the
going on.
simple fact of the matter that they're gonna put all of their movies on there. There's no way this is going to flop. There's zero. I'm sorry.
I don't think it will, but I would not give it 100% guarantee.
Man, I just want to say
I don't think it's gonna flop. Not right away. Not one bit. I
Right.
think that the buy two get one free is a big thing, and it's gonna push them for a while.
I think the
Do you-
thing that's going to succeed the most, surprisingly, is the ESPN version.
Why?
ESPN Plus?
Because
Yeah.
no other streaming service. That's the only unique thing that they have.
Fox.
They have sports.
Hulu has it.
They don't have like sports like that though. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch any,
You can get
watch
live TV.
replays of SmackDown and Raw.
You can get live TV through Hulu now too.
Sports,
Well,
entertainment.
Yeah, well that's different. You pay for that though.
Yeah, but you can.
It's like Sling or whatever the fuck.
yeah,
hell
but
it is.
Sling is the same. It's like you can get shit like that cheap
But
through
you're
Sling
gonna
too.
have ESPN, and I think
Is
that
it-
they can actually build off of that. They can create a shit ton of content just in that particular thing. Because like when shit like Andrew Luck, for fucking some dumb reason, retired,
Cause he's a fucking got
They can
glass skin and
fucking
paper
have,
ball.
like,
XFL.
50, 60 different shows
Nah,
pop
that
up in
dude's
one
taken-
fucking day about it. Because all it is people like this.
That dude's the new
around the
Tony
room and
Romo.
they- and
He
they're
can't.
just showing clip reels.
He's too injury prone anymore.
Well, so who owns that footage? Is the NFL Films or is it ESPN? Because I guarantee it's the NFL Films, and they got to work out a deal with them. to air
NFL
on theirs.
owns it, yeah, but ESPN already has all that in place though, because they show all of these past games.
They might
and stuff.
be able to air it on cable, but
Yeah.
they probably won't allow
I
it to
guarantee-
their private streaming.
Okay, it's fucking
Yeah, but
Disney.
Gibby,
I guarantee
Gibby,
you they can
that
get those
that
rights.
combo
it's not an
pack,
issue.
that combo pack. You have to
Yeah,
understand.
wow.
The website crashed this morning when that package launched.
Which means entrapment.
Or shitty internet, so like...
Exactly.
That website crashed when people tried to go buy that. Do you know how many people I know said they went and they dumped that money into that buy two get one free? A lot of fucking people did.
I
The
agree,
only thing
Andrew.
that-
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think the ESPN
His
version
name is
what's
Tim.
going to actually make it survive.
Thank you,
Where the
Andrew.
fuck did you come up with
My-
Andrew?
My only fear with this Disney Plus is their aggressive production. Getting ahead of themselves. Granted, they have the
No.
movie studio to back the financials.
I think they need
Netflix
to.
is in the same spot.
I think they needed to do that in order to actually compete against Netflix.
But what happens if you don't get the subscriptions to mask that loss? Can't keep blaming Dark Phoenix.
Sorry
forever.
guys, but it's the mouse. They own fucking everything.
I'm saying, but you're gonna start.
They've
60%.
already said
They're gonna start pulling profits from other areas,
Yeah.
and they could eventually close it because it's not working.
Well, no, they already said that they were not planning on making any money out of this service until 2024.
That's fine.
So it's 5 years from now.
What happens in
is when they
2025
said-
when they don't?
Well, I agree, but
That's when the
my-
mouse goes, fuck this, it was a nice try.
I have a hard time saying it's not going to succeed, but that's just me. With the way that it's going right now,
I think you'll start
with the
seeing less
library they have,
content.
I think it's I agree with you on that one because I think it's going to be I think 2 people are going to subscribe to it. I think it's going to be new parents or parents basically with young kids
And
because
Disney fanatics.
you get all those idiots too, but it's going to get all the
Usually
kids.
parents do the mistakes.
But it's going to be all the kids, and they're gonna. I guarantee you, they're gonna put all their kid shows and.
The
and
whole
well,
Pixar library's gonna be there.
Yeah, but I'm also talking about like all their
Yeah.
cartoons and
Phineas
stuff. That's
and
like every
Ferb
single
was on
day.
the
There's
launch.
like a fucking new one. I don't fucking know. There's like a fucking whatever. But there's a ton of cartoons on the Disney thing. They can put all of them on there, and parents will pay for that. They can probably triple the price. Parents will fucking pay for it. It's unfortunate, but true. Because I would do it. It's not even a question.
Unless Nickelodeon undercuts it. Or Cartoon Network undercuts it. Because kids will watch any cartoons regardless.
Cartoon Network, no.
You're-
Nickelodeon, yes.
you're-
Nickelodeon, I will give you that if they want to go down that path. But I don't know. Oh, actually, show me stuff where they have the Nickelodeon thing, just like how the Disney has like the resorts where you can go and stay.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon's
it's
got-
in
I didn't know that.
Universal.
It's in Mexico. But anyway.
No, there's stuff in
Well,
Universal
that's
too.
that's the one Ashley sent me. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Anyway,
The good stuff.
yeah.
Gaming news.
And I immediately go, well, you need a passport. And then she stopped talking to me. Yeah.
For what?
Just
Passport.
renew it in general.
Oh, passport.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have. People ask for identification, you just hand them that. It covers like 10 points.
Yeah, it's so easy when you get your license and stuff. But anyway, and then the second thing, I really think the sport aspect is also going to carry it. Because I think the sport aspect on that, ESPN carries way more weight in the sports realm. And like I said, they can, like, when something like stupid happens, like luck, they can snap in so much production for so little money that would give so much money. Like
Well,
because it's
HBO
literally
has,
like this, and
like-
then that's all you need, and then you can fucking make
It's
shit
kind
ton
of
of
like
money.
HBO
off it.
has with the Raiders right now. Going into preseason, they're doing an episode a week with the Raiders.
They're making a fucking shit ton of money. Like,
For
you put
zero production.
Antonio Brown on there. Like, it is like, I don't think you can understand how fucking
I don't-
amazing that like this year out of all the years, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like you put a prima
And
donna in there.
Ready?
It has to be fucking set up.
For the-
I don't care what anyone says. It has to be fucking set up.
For the production value of having 2 interns, one holding a camera and one holding a boom mic to
Exactly.
catch all of this, you know how much money HBO is making off of
But
that right
at
now?
the
you
same
want to see
time,
my feed?
How much are they
I
paying?
saw that episode. That was bullshit.
But how much do you think they're paying in licensing fees to the NFL? The NFL is a brand supremacy like
Doesn't even fucking
look at
matter.
how many movies had to
But
rename
it's-
football
but it's-
teams because of it.
It's
doesn't even
ESPN though.
matter.
They have like an exclusive contract
It's
with them.
fucking
They have a
ridiculous.
contract for cable streaming, which does not retain it. It goes in the NFL Films Library.
And then
You are
ESPN
now
can just
saying
go, fuck
I
it.
want to take all this.
ESPN can do the same exact thing that ESPN did to fucking hockey.
But they're not
ESPN
filming.
ESPN doesn't exist. Hockey doesn't even acknowledge hockey exists right now
Yeah, it doesn't. Because they lost.
because they lost the rights. So ESPN goes,
NFL has
"Fuck
their
you."
own streaming service.
They do. That's why I think you're going to lose out on a lot of this classic Like, yeah, you can make your 30-minute podcast, but you're not going to have any clips
But here's the thing though.
because it's owned by NFL Film.
But how much can
NFL
NFL
has
do
their-
though?
NFL
has
has
a
their
smaller
own
library than what
streaming
Disney can do.
service.
Money pile than that.
It's that brand. That brand is left out
Do you
on
know-
so
but-
many things.
No, do you know why people subscribe to
Look.
the NFL streaming service? And the biggest reason that they actually have any subscribers is for the simple fact for the people who don't live in the footprint that their football team is in.
Exactly.
It is the
It's a
only way to
different-
get those games. That streaming service is always going to be successful because of that.
Yeah, it's
But unless
different.
ESPN doesn't cover that.
Well,
No,
no,
but that-
no.
no.
So she said it.
Yeah.
You're not getting
the
what I'm
Football
saying.
Network only really thing's only really used during season.
Yeah.
But for that reason alone, they're still
I'm saying
successful.
But outside of season, like they can do it in a contract that says, okay, out of season,
No.
we want to be able to cover everything. You
No.
can have your stake
It
during
doesn't even matter.
season.
After the game's over, it doesn't. They don't really re-show shit
No.
on it.
What I'm
It
saying
doesn't
is
exist.
that streaming service will always be there and it will never disappear for the
agree.
simple fact that people who don't live in the footprint that their team is in need that streaming service. Because it's either that or you have to get Red Zone from DirecTV, and nobody wants DirecTV.
It's still NFL Red Zone.
You're not
So
wrong.
NFL still has their hands in
Correct.
it.
So that's what I'm saying.
So when it comes to a branding thing, if ESPN wants to make these documentaries, make any kind of thing,
You have to go through the
you
NFL.
are not- why would NFL release that footage to a different?
At the end of
streaming
it-
I mean, I could see them if they want to say fuck the red zone, because you are right. Not a lot of people like the red zone.
Nobody does. That's why people are doing the
They
NFL
could-
thing by
they
itself.
could technically jump ship and go to ESPN. They could just change their rights over.
They
to
could,
them
but the
instead.
red zone is a big thing because the problem with ESPN versus red zone allows you to watch multiple games at one time. It might be hard to do that with ESPN or set that up that way.
I'm just thinking about it. That would be
But-
fucking
but
great.
do you
The
get what
mouse
I'm
has
saying?
The money, like
But
the mouse
do
can
whatever
make
he
it
wants.
thousands-
But
yeah,
why
yeah.
would the NFL? Why would the
That
NFL?
actually- that hurts
Yes, that's what I'm
me
saying.
inside.
Why would the NFL release that when they're already making the money they need?
Like why on
50-50.
earth? But
No.
no. Oh
No,
yeah,
come
that worked
on.
well.
Yeah.
But look at that's what I'm saying. NFL,
No, I mean, I could see the NFL accepting it. though.
NFL's got their pigeonhole.
now
They don't
with
need
the-
it.
Right now with the 4 networks at it, they every year they get more money because they could just go, all right, who wants it this year?
Yeah, they could compete against each other. I understand that.
Yeah.
But
They're
that's-
going to lose that if
That's
they go
really just
exclusive.
for what Monday night, Thursday night,
Sunday
and
night.
Super Bowl.
NFL.
Yeah.
No, Sunday
NFL
night's
doesn't have
not-
to-
Sunday night's not an option because that's it.
Sunday night's always NBC or
It's
NBC or
it's,
Fox.
It's no. There's always 3 games on.
You can
Well,
play the
I guess.
best
Oh,
games.
you're talking about Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Sunday
You'll
night.
play the games
Sunday
against
nights.
people.
Sunday night, you're right. But
Is
during
that
the
always
day,
Fox or NBC? That's NBC, right?
Don't
No,
they also
it-
air
it
the NFL
varies.
draft?
Does it for Sunday night?
It's yeah. All 3 of the. He's right. All the nights are up for grabs. I guess maybe even the 405 game might even be up because
No, 'cause there's
two
multiple-
channels. No, there's
Yeah.
only 2 though. So that would technically be up as well. But during the 1 o'clock hour, it's it's usually what local team, and it's just a fucking shit show. Who the fuck knows what game you're watching?
If
Unless you're a home team, and then it's guaranteed to be on one of the.
Like I think it's gonna be. Who's talking?
It's still Tim.
Yeah.
I just can't read it.
service is messed up.
I think I really think I didn't even think of that, but you're right. I mean, if they switch over to like
I
ESPN
can't read
could
that.
probably make a fortune switching over to the mouse.
And if ESPN,
And they already have
No,
they
ESPN is
have-
already with the mouse.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like you get
Then what are you
the red
saying?
zone thing. Like
You
where-
use NFL would make a fortune, but they
yeah,
might
NFL.
not. But if they're already making their money, why
They
are they
already
gonna
got
look
it.
somewhere else?
Why share?
Yeah, they're making their money on their own. They don't need anybody
Unfortunately,
else.
that's the bit- like, I mean, you're seeing it with all these people branching off into their
Yeah.
own streaming networks. Why share? NBC is going to have their own universal streaming network. CBS already jumped ahead of it, just didn't have much content.
Yeah, idiots.
well, they thought
Assholes.
Star Trek was going to save them.
And
Yeah.
but here's the thing with CBS, they're merging with Viacom, so then they're going to get the Nickelodeon libraries, they're going to get the Comedy Central libraries, they're going to get all that. So
Yeah.
now it's just pretty much who can build the best library. Which WWE, for all the faults they have, they did it right. They ran out, they purchased all these territory libraries, built that inventory up till 2014, and then launched the network and said, you can go back and watch whatever you want. We're already filming this shit that we're doing going forward. We'll put that on there too.
Yeah.
So, I'd be interested to see. I don't think they're gonna get exclusivity to. ESPN's gonna probably change.
They're not gonna get exclusivity.
It's gonna.
I don't think they'll ever get that.
There's got to be some kind of deal where they're gonna have to talk to these major league sports,
Except for hockey.
except for hockey.
ESPN does not acknowledge hockey.
Ban that. Maybe curling. We'll bring that back.
Yeah.
ESPN to me is just it's gonna be all their documentaries.
Yeah.
It's gonna be their 30 for 30s.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it's
be.
not gonna be it's not gonna be a
ESPN.
live.
But
So-
who has the rights to the footage of the 30s for 30s if it's football?
That's a good
That's
point.
NFL. So I mean,
Because they've always aired live, and it's not like they sold them.
that one.
So, but my thing is with ESPN, with the price that they're releasing at, I don't think that this is going to be a live streaming service.
I don't think there'll be any
I
live
don't think-
aspect out the gate.
At the gate, no.
No, not right. No, because
But
Hulu,
it's-
because you're not because Hulu has multi levels to their pricing too. So, and you don't think
he
and
also owns Hulu.
but let me finish what I was saying, if you could. With Hulu, like they're putting all 3 of those in there for one price. There is no and Hulu has about 3 or 4 different price tiers, including live services. There's no way that the ESPN and the Hulu versions that you're going to get with Disney Plus are going to include any live services.
Yeah, definitely out the gate. Because I mean, the Disney Plus push right now is just new content. things you can't get anywhere else that
Yeah.
they're creating.
I think the ESPN thing is eventually gonna be pretty big.
I don't at all, honestly.
I think
It depends.
without a doubt, because it's the only. It's if you look in the sports industry, what else? You have Fox Sports.
FS1.
When I ran
But they
FS1,
went into
but they-
negotiations with UFC and MMA. Like, they own MMA.
Yeah.
They're exclusive
But
to
not many.
FS1.
I don't think ESPN's gonna
You're
go
right on that
much,
one, but I
go
don't
very
know.
far.
ESPN
Well,
So I
doesn't
don't,
have
I
that
don't watch
exclusive
it, so I don't
contract.
really know much about it. I guess is my problem.
Yeah. Inside knowledge. So when I ran the sports book, I would get asked at least 7 to 8 times a day, can you put ESPN Plus on here? Do you have ESPN Plus to put on one of the TVs?
Yeah.
That is one of the reasons why I think ESPN Plus will take off. Is because a lot of the sports guys, that is their site. That is their service.
They definitely have the quality anchors and
Yeah.
quality
That's what I'm saying,
talent
like,
to
it's-
push new programming. It really comes down to
I mean, I understand what you're saying, whether or not they have rights to it, but I mean, I just
because everything always is like courtesy of this or a licensing agreement that you can use our old clips, but they're
But I
using
feel like
anything
they
new.
already have all that in place. Is my
But
problem.
it's not retainable. Like you air it live on ESPN and then
But
it's
they
done.
got shit on YouTube and stuff for it.
Yeah, and
Like so
YouTube.
that it's
It's a
like
lot
set in
different.
stone and you can keep watch. But it's the same concept. You tape it, you show it, and then people 10 years from now can
Do they
watch
put
it.
30 for 30 on YouTube?
They have like a lot of the top fives and stuff. I don't know if it's 30 for 30,
So
but
it's-
there's a
it's
bunch of
quick
shit in
clips.
there. Well, not
Like
that
I'm talking
quick,
about like when you
well,
get into that 30 for
dude,
30
it
scenario where
takes
they're
like
tracking
fucking
the
15
entire
minutes to go
season.
through it sometimes.
But if you're tracking the entire season of
Or an individual person throughout their
Well,
entire
yeah.
career.
It really, it really depends. But yeah, but I
'Cause
no,
NFL
no,
films
I
have
have
to do it.
watched that. I have watched those. Yeah,
on
Where-
YouTube
yeah, where it's like 45 minutes. I was
on
watching
the
one.
official ESPN account.
Well, it's ESPN. I don't know if it's official, but
Well,
it looks official. It's
ESPN
not
Fan
bootleg.
35.
Yeah, it's not bootlegged or anything, but
Okay.
I mean it would be like
It
that.
really
They showed TO one. I watched the TO one. I watched the one on
That's
fucking
interesting, yeah.
But it could ultimately
Um,
change because now
Dog
Disney
Fighter,
is-
which I already forgot his fucking name.
Michael
TL.
Vick.
Michael Vick. TO's a good one, man. But I watched a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they'll go on and they'll just fucking. Oh, God. And they also have the top 10s in there as well, I watched them a lot as well. And they're another one, it's like 45 minutes. I didn't realize YouTube had so many things that were so long.
Oh, they're a streaming service too. You didn't realize.
I didn't realize, yeah. Because you can go on Comcast and just open up YouTube.
Mhm.
That's what I do. And I'll watch like a
For
football
whatever
thing
reason, Universal has stake in Hulu. That's the only one you can't open up on fucking Comcast.
It's so weird.
But the other news that I had was The Mandalorian finally showed their trailer.
What?
Yeah. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing we only had 2 minutes left anyway. So let's go around the horn, see what everybody's doing after this spirited debate about how Disney Plus is going to fail or not. Give me go.
Fuck you, Star Wars. What the hell are you doing, man? Double-sided lightsaber? Come on, grow up. This
You
is
should've
not
just skipped it.
fair. Not fair. All right, Mary Sue, my ass.
Why is
She
this
should just die.
Mary Sue shit?
No, why
She
would
should
you
just
start him?
fucking
Just let him go.
die.
Just
She's-
say
I want to
like,
know
come
why
on.
he keeps calling Ray Mary Sue after
it's,
calling it Rye.
It's like a.
Right.
It's internet
matter.
slang.
It's a,
But
yes, it's like
she
a term.
basically is a Mary Sue because she does nothing
But I
wrong
don't
and
understand. Is
master
this
of everything.
derogative? Like, should I be upset that you're calling her Mary Sue?
No,
Well-
it's like a character, like a red herring.
I
type
think
of
you would agree with why he's calling her Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm.
If you understood the meaning behind Mary Sue.
What's scary is he knows it and you don't.
That's because I'm not derogative.
Gibby spends more
No,
time on the
it's not derogative,
internet
bro.
No,
than
he doesn't.
Days.
It really, the
No,
way
he
you're
doesn't.
using it,
It's
it
more.
feels like it.
It's more punishing. Well, I guess it's derogative towards the writers. It's really, I guess, who I'm fucking making fun of here.
Yeah.
It's
Mary
not. It's
Sue-
not her character.
If I'm not wrong, Mary Sue is where they take someone who was completely normal and then they just kind of like OP them. If I'm not wrong,
Yeah,
right?
she's just
Yeah.
fucking god. She
Yeah.
got the fucking.
Mary
got the
Sue is where they
fucking
take a
hammer.
normal character
She's
and
like-
overpower
She's
it.
like Fix It Felix, and she just hits the hammer or something. And it's fucking better.
Oh,
I
a
don't-
type of female character who is depicted as unrealistic, lacking in flaws or weakness.
Yes.
You think Ray is that?
What flaws she have?
She was abandoned by her parents.
That's
And
not a
she's a
flaw.
whiner.
That's a character backstory.
It's a back. Exactly. What's a flaw?
She's a whiner and British.
Well, the British thing you got me.
Yeah.
The only British person in the goddamn universe.
Fuck. But yeah, she has nothing's wrong with her. She fucking goes into Millennium Falcon, immediately can fly it better than fucking Han Solo. She can fix the shit
Well,
better
okay,
than Han
that's
Solo.
debatable.
Please
Bull
don't give me a Gmail. The
fucking
Dace Man a Gmail.
shit.
Flies better than Han Solo, debatable. Fixed it because it was still on that planet. Han didn't know what was on it. She already knew about the ship.
You think she's ever been on that ship?
Yeah.
It was in fucking
You're
lockdown
assuming
mode,
so much
locked.
Backstory, and she knew
She was not
exactly
breaking
what
no
they
laws.
did. She
She's
knew
not breaking no laws.
She knew exactly the adjustments that were made on that ship. She says them in the dialogue.
Bullshit.
That they put that friggin' thing on there. She specifically said it and said it was a bad decision. And then they went to take off. She ripped it the fuck off.
And then she fixed the ship.
You're a junker on a desert planet.
Very
She probably read a lot of
fucking
manuals.
Fuck, you think they got reading material there?
It all
Bullshit.
burned up with re-entry.
Exactly. It's all gone.
But what's your other like? I'll keep going. But what the hell's your
Fucking Mary Sue.
I don't understand why you keep calling.
Alright, she had no training with a lightsaber.
Okay, anyone who can wield a sword can automatically wield the sword.
When did she ever
That
wield a
is
sword?
not-
When did she ever wield a sword?
She's got that fucking stick where she
That's
beats the
a
fuck out of John.
fucking. That's like a
So?
staff. That's a staff completely
You can
fucking
train
different
with a
warning.
staff.
You can train exactly, but
And she
it has
did train
nothing
with
to do
it in the
a
second
goddamn
movie.
sword. It has nothing to do with a sword. It
Same
acts.
thing.
No, I will say. I will give you this.
Combat moves are the same. So she's
No.
not going to come out as a complete
Time out.
rookie.
Time out. I will give you. She could probably wield a double lightsaber better because of the staff. Because that
How do
is
you know the staff
more
doesn't separate?
inclined to a staff.
Which would explain why she has a double lightsaber.
Yeah, that's
Oh!
true. I didn't even think of that. But
Ooh,
you're,
now we're
you're
touching
more,
stuff.
You're more inclined to say that for that, but to
And-
actually use a lightsaber is completely fucking different, completely different fighting style, completely different skill sets.
And you're assuming that Kylo Ren has
And I
mastered
hate
his
you for
swordsmanship.
fucking saying that, because now I hate myself.
Move on
Because
now.
it's a
You're welcome.
1000% fucking true, because technically she can use it.
Yeah? But you're
Because
also
it's a
assuming
fucking,
Kylo's
it's
good.
sort of, it's more of a staff weapon.
You're also assuming that this is a legitimate thing that's actually going to happen, and it's not. just
Shut
like,
up!
what
I
if.
hate him right now.
That's fine.
That
that makes
well
that
in
makes
his
three
hate.
I
three
always
quarters
hate
of the
him.
table.
That
Yeah, that's
makes
3/4
well
of the
in his
table.
hate.
But you're also assuming Kylo Ren's a good swordsman.
All right, and then she can go and lift up all the fucking rocks. How long did it take fucking Luke to learn how to lift rocks?
Because
How long
Luke
did it take
is as
him?
dumb
He
as a
couldn't
bag on
even get the
rocks.
fucking
It took him
goddamn
3 days.
X-Wing
It took
out
him-
of the goddamn swamp.
It took him 3 days.
She didn't lift an X-Wing.
No, she lifted all those rocks. You think that's easier or harder than lifting an X-Wing?
Easier.
Bullshit! How many fucking things do you have to keep?
She's
your
also more open to it than Luke was. Luke was completely shut off from it.
She. Oh,
Yeah, that is true.
well, she's dumb.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Not to mention, Yoda wanted to train Leia because he didn't think Luke was going to be a good student.
Well, I would have done that too because fucking Luke. What the hell? Anyway,
He's a whiner.
Yeah.
he's a whiner.
Takes on after his dad.
She's a fucking Mary Sue. It drives me nuts.
Just
It
keep,
just
just,
drives
just,
me
just.
fucking nuts.
He's not gonna stop.
That's fair. What do you got going on?
I don't fucking know.
D&D.
And then you got the goddamn.
Shut
zoo
up!
scene. Like what the fuck?
For fuck's sake.
Jesus.
Tune in on Thursday where we will hopefully be doing D&D. We're probably gonna boot Gibby out of the group because he won't shut up about Mary Sue's. Thursday, 8 o'clock. Be there because hopefully we will be.
And then what the fuck?
Gibby!
In gaming news,
WoW Classic launched.
How is that?
My coworker, he saw me this morning. He saw that I was
That's
tired,
not a plug. This isn't
and he
weird.
went, "So, how long did you wait to get onto the server?" And I went, "No, not at all." He's like, "Good." And earlier throughout the rest of my shift, I read an article on Polygon that said people were actually waiting in line to kill a mob boss. Like, how fucking ridiculous is that for a launch? A mob boss
I
was
mean,
a line so deep that people had to go, you know what, we have to do this.
But that's exactly how the original was.
It was. It was. So
Man, they
that's just
brought
that.
everything back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Second quick
God.
real thing is that Nintendo may, or Amazon may have leaked that Overwatch is coming to the Switch.
Just weird.
Yeah, something interesting. So yeah,
be
that's
interesting.
gaming news with Gibby.
That could be really interesting, actually. Well, actually, you had the Overwatch thing.
True.
Join AC or something, right?
True, but the show's over. Follow us on Twitter at the Dace Man Show. Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man. Like us on YouTube.com/Dace Man Show. Follow us hard on Twitter or Twitch.tv/Dace Man and Friends. Go to DaceManShow.com for everything that has been updated since March. And last but not least, we'll be here next Tuesday. Anyway, or maybe we'll see.
I would talk, but my mic's muted.
It's for the best.
No, it's not.
You're still being paid.
Bullshit. shit.
Actually, no, you're not being picked up. That's great. Anyway.
For the few, for the power. There we go. The music.
For the few.
For my
For the proud.